Well, hello gang, welcome back once again to the Long Dark. I'm Lonelywolf, we're back! We're back once again. And Interloper. And we are on our way, doing a heckin' journey. We're going on a trip without a rocket ship. Zooming through the snow. Little survivors that we are. We're heading to Broken Railroad to do some crafting because I haven't cleared Broken Railroad yet. We're at 21 degrees. It's so warm. I'm so not used to this amount of warm. I'd be picking up sticks if I wasn't already like basically overweight from what I'm not sure. The coal, the hammer, the metal, you name it. I have it. There's usually a wolf or three over here. Just trying to be careful. Give myself some sight lines. I don't get jumped without having time to react, because that would stink. Anyway, Broken Railroad's pretty easy to get through to the place where I'm going. My only question is, can we actually get to the exact spot where I'm going without getting jumped? Because I'm going to the maintenance shed and I also want to do the hunting lodge. I want to clear both of those. Everything else in Broken Railroad I'm not really interested in. There's no other major loot centers. The possibility of me finding anything good versus the risk of me going well out of my way to get to anywhere where there might be possibly, but most likely nothing, is just too high for me to really care much about. At least not in Broken Railroad. It's too tight, tight corridors and everything for me to really want to fuck about. And in a way, that's a good thing because it like narrows the angle of attack that a wolf could take, but still. Again, it's Interloper, hunting lodge, and the machine shed are all I am interested in. We'll get there, we'll do our little forge run, we'll call it good, we'll bail out. Once we come back, we'll stop off here at the camp off of Mystery Lake. We may need to get some food too. We'll see what we collect while we're in Broken Railroad. We may find, you know, canned good or 2 or 3. But essentially, yeah, once we come back, we'll get back at the camp office, we'll sort out any food needs we have then we're going to finish clearing out Forlorn Muskeg. We have yet to hit either of the 2 radio towers. The one on the right is obviously probably the easier one to get to, but both of them are guarded by wolves, and I may end up changing that answer as to what we end up doing. It's going to depend on how this trip goes. I may not honestly do them because, again, if it's Forlorn Muskeg, there's not really much that could be at either of those locations. I have much higher hopes for Desolation Point, which is probably where we'll head next. It was honestly that was my plan to go there instead of Broken Railroad to do the forge run, but obviously both forges are inside. If I wanted to avoid cabin fever, I would stay in Forlorn Muskeg for its forge, but we've been doing a lot of outdoorsy stuff, just making sure I've got, yeah, just down to cattail heads. Above level 3, oof, that wind is going to make this travel a little bit worse. As long as I can stay hugged up somewhere, we'll stay warmer longer. That's some pretty dicey wind. How tired am I? A little bit tired. We may start abusing some sprinting. We've got a long way to go though, so it's a trade-off. How cold do I want to be? Versus how tired do I want to be? Because coming into the machine shed, we're still going to be coming into the machine shed tired no matter what. Try and cut down my scent a little bit. I don't think it's going to do much though. Might have a couple more cattails we can collect though, which we probably will. Again, I have 2 birch bark teas, so I'm not too worried about my condition. Plus I brought more that's not cooked up. It's ready to be cooked though. Not too worried about my condition. We have time to recover it when we get Broken Railroad. For those of you watching who struggle in Interloper, oh, there's the bear. what I'm doing here is I'm trying to balance goals that I'm trying to accomplish with my survivor's needs. And this is probably the hardest thing to do in Interloper. Because obviously you have goals you need to accomplish that feed in to the needs your survivor is going to have. But accomplishing any of those goals is going to hurt your survivor in the process. The other thing, again, if you've not followed me long enough to hear this tip, is unlike any of the other game modes or difficulties, any of the other stock difficulties, you have to learn how to treat condition as a resource, as something you can use, as something that is there to be used. In every other difficulty, basically, it's par for the course to treat it as fog. Not sure how I feel about that. Depends on how bad it gets. Par for the course to treat it as something you keep full all the time. Your health, generally. In Interloper, no, it's a resource to be consumed. As it must be. Obviously, I've not really been in here much, because there's a book that I can burn, that's about it. And I am well aware that we are cold. How far out are we from broken railroads? The biggest concern. I could rest for an hour to warm up, but the question is what's going to happen to the weather. There's so many things you have to balance. Yes, I could stop, I could rest. I could. Or we can keep going for now. I'm not that tired, but I am cold, but again, condition loss from being cold isn't too major. We've got some cattails. I'll probably save those actually for the way back once we've consumed our food. Alright, I can hear the wolves. I need to know where they are. Probably directly in front, yep. How many stones do I have? 5. I am a smelly boy. We may... okay. Let's see if we can't skirt this. 24, if I wasn't already cold, would be great, but... wolves be dicey, man.
Never felt so cold.
You have. You've always felt this cold. It's Interloper, you've been this cold for forever. You need to quit your belly aching. The reason I hate driving off the railroad tracks, not only is that the singular landmark for cutting through Coraline Muskeg, I'm not familiar with the safe crossing paths on this side of the railroad tracks because they never go this way. I never need to be up this direction. Probably get the bow back out. But we must, so here we are. Trying to avoid those wolves. We will grab these while we're here. I know I'm cold, we're burning condition to accomplish this, but if I lose that well-fed bonus, we're kind of foobar. So packing out how much food we can take, kind of critical. Padding out, not packing out. Ooh, those hips. That's 100 calories if I can get enough. To make some tea, some more cattails down here. Alright, we gotta cut back over, because if we go too far this way, there'll be another wolf. For those of you who are wondering again, and who are interested in playing Interloper, what you should do on your first day, depends on where you start, how well you know the maps, whether you know whether you play by the loot tables or not. But essentially, you should abuse as much condition as you can on the first day and then spend the second day resting. Or vice versa, spend the first day getting to a location and looting it, and then resting up, and then the second day burning condition. But regardless, kinda how it goes. We gotta modulate my hypothermia risk, we'll need to check how thirsty I am. Or not how thirsty, how cold I am. This is a fair few cattails though, I'm pretty happy with this haul, we should be good to keep going. Instead of wasting any more time out here. I don't know if this is really jumpable, but we'll jump it. It is, okay. Now I'll start coming back towards the railroad tracks, but I'm not sure how easily we'll be able to reach them because we've moved a fair distance away from them. Again, I'm not very familiar with the safe paths over here. I don't want to go too far this way because again, there's more wolves. Here's this hunter's blind and it looks like I'm going to have to hit it because that's a wolf. And that wolf smelled me. Yep, he smelled me. There's no way he didn't smell me. Far away from him as I can get is good. These rose hips I'd love to collect. But not while I'm being stalked. Maybe. If we have to dome him, we have to dome him. There's a hunter's blind. I can do a walk and talk and then stone him from there if I need to. Or, you know, the bear coat will just scare him. Popped up out of nowhere, scared his ass. That works too! There's another wolf over here, though. Alright, we're not even a third of the way through hypothermia risk. We're good. Safe passage, though. This is not safe. I have to circle. Which puts me directly into the wolf. Oh, great. There's deer if I was hungry. I'm mainly cold and tired. I'd love to hit that hunter's blind, but there's no safe way from here until I curve around. And I would also love to not be cold, but here we are. Such a bad spot to be in. This is why I don't like diving off the rails this way. Check the hunter's blind, then we gotta boogie through Broken Railroad. We really do. If we have to dome wolves, we'll dome wolves. Pretty confident in my ability to do that. We could warm up. Again, it's not the condition I'm worried about so much as the hypothermia, because I will easily recover this condition, but it's also the sleepiness. Not good to be this tired. Not an interloper. This is a death sentence. I could have made this easier on myself by saying we'd just do it at the Spence family homestead. But I'm counting on the fact of there being goodies inside. Yeah, hello. I will take that. That is something good to have. Let's snag these cattails too. No, we won't. Glad I saw that. Got a boogie. It's probably gonna see us. There's the one I was worried about over there. Forgot about this one. This goes into avoiding wolves, for those of you who are not good at it. It's not too complicated, just be aware of your surroundings. And 4-line muskeg, it's actually relatively easy to be because you've got wide sight. Oh no, he's still coming. Oh, he is. Pretty close to the exit. I can probably do the walk and talk for the rest of the way. That's the other wolf I'm worried about snagging. It's likely I will. We're at 50% condition, not a problem. As far as condition goes, but so tired. I have to hit whatever arrow shots I make. Where's the one who was following me? He still is. We probably should have rested for 1 hour at the derailment. We really probably should have. I thought about it, but I was concerned about weather coming up. And that is a valid consideration. Because if I get stuck there, the only fuel I have is what's on me, and if a monster blizzard rolls through... It's not far to get back to Mystery Lake, but it is a delay. This one scented me too. If he doesn't hear me, he'll head to where he scented me though, which is good. Oh, no, he's found me. Okay. I'll let him find me. What's up, pal? Hypothermia is at half. We've got to get to Broken Railroad. I have no time for your shit. Bearskin coat did not scare you. I didn't really expect that it would. Alright, we bought enough distance. I should be able to easily make the exit. We're in a critical position, though. If I can get an hour on the inside, I'll drop the meat and rest. Even an hour will get me enough. If I can be warm inside the sleeping bag. No, it won't be. It's too cold. Could light a fire, but again, don't want to waste a match that I don't have to. We will take our chances. It's not quite night. We got an hour. Got an hour. Traverse Broken Railroad. Pretty soon I'm gonna be out of sprint. Hi, deer. If I can keep you shunted that direction, I'll keep those wolves off me, and the only ones we'll have to worry about are the ones at the machine shed.